Oh, yeah. Trying out some new music tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTube Ronin. And I would like to welcome you to a special presidential debate edition of the Mystery Movie Night podcast, where we will not be talking about the debate. We're going to talk about other stuff. We're going to talk about fun stuff. We're going to talk about last night's Regal movie night. Alongside me this evening, my co-host, who has not yet killed me. The reason why I know you are all truly here. Zen's Corner.
No.
Oh, yes. Oh, come on. It's all true. It's true. You know it is. Come on. Okay.
All right.
I actually kind of like that. I'm going to use that. All right.
The music?
The music, yeah. I am playing with the buttons backstage, folks.
Oh, okay. Is it music that's part of StreamYard?
It is.
Oh, okay. I don't mess around with that too much.
That was the very apt Feeding the Ducks.
Feeding the duck. Oh, okay.
That's what's called. Yeah.
You sure it's not the other way around, like eating the ducks?
Lately, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, puppy.
Yeah, he's ready for his supper. I just walked in the door, y'all. I'm a little frazzled. It's been a busy day, and my internet's finally back, but
yes,
I'm here.
Yes.
Whew.
Hopefully we will have you for the entirety of the broadcast.
I hope it doesn't die on me in the meantime. Yeah, you never know sometimes.
Indeed. So, the Mystery Movie Night, it's been a while.
It has, I think, a couple months, actually.
Couple of months, yes. Mm-hmm. And we kind of sucked in a couple of our pals through the fourth wall, off the cover, who unfortunately could not join us this evening because of, again,
Kyle.
Busy schedule on his part. And Kyle Corwith has an open invitation to join the show as well. And it seems he is also in the middle of a bit of a time crunch. So
did he
totally
go to see, did he see this? Was he able to see this one?
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. We have did you see that in the chat?
Oh, hey, Mike.
Good evening.
How you
Did you
doing?
hear from me? And of course, the host of Films with Friends, where I will be appearing this Friday night along with Outlaw Bill, and we are going to be watching Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh.
Yes. Hosted by my friend Big Al Presents. It's in the chat. All right. So I was a little late getting to the theater, so I came in just as the trailers were wrapping up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so the only trailer that I saw was the new one for Joker.
You know, actually,
film.
Regal was very good last night. They only had I think the movie got started about 23 to 25 minutes after the hour instead of 30.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, probably more like 23. Because I think everything was over 8:40 something, 8:48 or something was when the film was done. So I was very happy about that.
Yes, and last night's film is a shorty. It's 89 minutes with credits, so it's one of those movies that actually kind of does fly by.
Yep. Yeah, it does not overstay its welcome.
No. All right. I guess we should just.
I'm eager to talk about it.
I am too, because this is an interesting one.
Yes.
All right. And this is and the movie was my old ass with Aubrey Plaza.
Yes. Had you seen the trailer for this before? Because I had, and I had no interest in watching this movie.
I had not seen a trailer but
Okay.
I was aware of it.
Okay.
I knew the synopsis, and it did sound to me like it was just going to be this millennial
Yep.
sitcom-y kind of thing, and
Yep.
I was not in the least bit interested. you know.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
wasn't either at all. Like
mhm,
I had
mhm.
even mentioned that to my pal that I'm always sitting next to when we go there that, oh, I hope it's not that. I just I am not interested. But she said that someone who it appears that people that actually work for like MGM or for Regal, they let these things slip. They go on that Reddit thread and they
Oh,
let
do
it be
they?
known. Yes, because someone
Oh,
from MGM or whatever, someone who's like is in the know, indicated that it was an MGM film and might have even said what it was gonna be.
well, it
So,
does make sense because MGM is related to Amazon in some way.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't remember who owns who exactly. Probably Amazon owning MGM. Who knows? I can't keep all those straight in my head. Troy and Boomer would know better than I. But
It's most likely that.
you know, it I I have noticed over time that a lot of the mystery movies are either Amazon or Apple films. So it
Yeah.
kind of makes sense that this is in there. Um, but it did throw me because I was like, MGM? What does MGM have coming?
Yeah,
I was at a
well,
loss for a moment,
I
because
was
because
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, I was just gonna
Because
reiterate how disappointed I was when I found out that that was the movie.
yeah. Um, because I was hearing the Killing Game being thrown around
Mhm,
as
and
being a possibility.
Speak No Evil.
Speak No Evil was one. Um, the Halle Berry one. The
Oh, Don't Let Go?
Don't Let Go
Never
or
Let
whatever the
Go
name.
or something like that.
Never Let Go,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so those were the movies that were being kind of bandied about the most. So when this one popped up, uh, I was like,
Eh,
uh,
eh,
eh.
right?
And
Yeah.
for the first 10 or so minutes, that's kind of where I was.
Yes. Agreed.
This is oh no, this is Babes 2 Electric Boogaloo. You
Yeah,
know?
like, how many times
Uh,
we're gonna see her make out with this other girl and her being someone who just wants to brush off her family and isn't interested, just wants to leave this little quaint place that she lives in. She's gonna be this type of character that I just don't like and can't identify
mhm,
with at all. That was the
right,
way she was in the beginning.
right. At first, I was like, it's gonna be like Babes was to me. This is
Mhm.
not gonna be a movie made for me. I'm not gonna get the humor. I'm not going to care. Uh,
Yep.
and like I said, the first 10 minutes is very much that
Yep.
until
And
Aubrey Plaza pops up on screen. And
yes.
the movie takes its first sort of major turn. And
Well, I mean,
to
I
let you know
knew
that this is going to be something a little bit different.
yeah, well, it wasn't so when she shows up, that was obviously the first, "Aha, okay, good, haha, this is funny. I like this back and forth between them."
Mhm.
But it wasn't when she showed up that I became converted. It was it was when I started to see the character's arc becoming fully fleshed out and her starting to turn into someone that I actually liked a little bit.
Mhm.
And seeing that the messaging wasn't exactly what I thought it was gonna be initially, because she
No.
was not likable. Like, the stuff that her brother said that she had written on his birthday card is like, "Oh, shut up, bitch," I guess she had, like,
Yeah.
called him she was, like, being snarky about the fact that he's cisgender, she was using that terminology,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, she's that kind." I immediately just like, oh, didn't like her even more, but by then she was already starting to show some signs that she was evolving,
Mm-hmm.
and it just continued. And this is another one of those situations where I went into a film fully believing that I was going to hate it, and I actually really, really enjoyed it, and it brought me to tears a little bit, y'all. Ugh. It did.
It does. This becomes something of a
Right?
tearjerker by the end of it, doesn't it?
Right?
I almost went at one
I
point.
tell you,
And I was like,
fighting
no,
it.
no,
I was
no.
fighting it
I
deleted.
fought it.
I
Yeah.
was fighting
But
it. They wanted to come and they got like they leaked out, but I'm like, I don't like to cry in front of people. So I fought it back, but boy, they were right there in that throat, the sword.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just this, I'm feeling something in the corner of my eye. And
Like, what
nope,
is
nope,
that
nope, nope. That's
speck?
all.
What is
Nope.
that?
What is that? Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oof.
And I was trying so hard because Troy asked me about it last night, and I was trying so hard not to give anything away about this, and I don't really want to give anything away about it now, because I actually do want people to go out and see this.
I really okay. So
Yeah.
okay, so for people in the audience who don't know the synopsis, it's what was the girl's name? I forgot her character's name already. Elliott.
Elliott.
Her name was Elliott. And she lived with her family on this cranberry farm. And it's actually an idyllic place. I mean, I would love to live in a place like the view. Are you kidding me? On the
Oh
lake?
yeah.
It was beautiful. But she was like one of the types where she wanted to get out of there. She couldn't wait to be away. Everything was too simple. She was a flaming, like lesbian. She's making out with this chick all the time. And she's doesn't care too much about wanting to hang with her family. She wants to be with her friends, and so they go off and they get high. They drink or they ingest shrooms, and
Mm-hmm.
her friends go off and they have their little trip. And she happens to see Aubrey Plaza, who is herself like 20 years in the future, her 39-year-old self. So they have this dialogue, and she thinks at first that she was just tripping, but it ends up that it was a real thing because she can communicate. Now they never explain how this happens, you guys, so don't go in there
No,
expecting that.
they don't. No.
And it doesn't matter because that's actually not even the point of it. This is really just kind of a coming of age sort of second chances type of almost sort of thing. And the Audrey vehicle, the future self of Elliott, was that vehicle to help her evolve as a character. And yet at the same time, Elliott, in her youthful idiocy, she helps even her older self be able to evolve and get over certain things that were very hard for her. In the process of their conversation,
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey Plaza's character, the grown-up Elliott, warns young Elliott to stay away from a guy named Chad. You're like, what the heck did he do? And then, of course, Chad comes along, and Elliott spends a good bulk of the movie trying to avoid Chad. And he's so nice, and she finds herself being drawn to him. And later you find out I started to piece together probably what
Mm-hmm.
the deal was, and that was the case. It was still no less of an impact on me to find out certain things, but
No.
the lesson was and enjoy the little things in life. Enjoy these moments. Like at one point, she finds out her family is going to sell the farm. And she, despite the fact that she wanted to get away from it so much, she always thought it was going to be there. Kind of like, let's like your loved ones, right? When you're young, you want to go off and explore, but your mom and dad, they'll always be there. Your brothers and sisters, they'll always be there. Well, what if they're not? What if you turn around and they're just not there? And you always expect that they will be. I mean, it kind of like that was sort of the situation for me. Like she was wanting to get away from this place so much, but she took it for granted. And when she realized it was going to be gone, that really had a very strong impact on her, more than she expected. And also, um, I saw parallels between this and the movie Arrival.
Yes. Exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I realized, oh, they're going here.
There. Yeah.
Whoa. You know, and that's when I realized this movie goes next level.
The messaging in it, I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, I did too.
Especially because of how bashed on this type of thing is lately, given certain environments and mindsets and, you know, in your face stuff about other things. I'm trying to keep this as spoiler free as possible, actually, you
We
guys,
are,
because I would
yeah.
really like you to, you know, if I'm super excited about something and can't contain myself, sometimes I want to talk spoilers because I'm just so excited. Or if I'm super pissed about something, I want to talk spoilers. But this one's kind of like that weird, like, I'm super excited about it and want to talk about it, but I really want you guys to go and experience the full emotional impact of this film for yourself. Without us spoiling and telling you all of these. Just her character evolution deleted. She grew to be someone that I actually appreciated, and liked how she was willing to learn hard lessons about herself, you know, and not push it away or reject it, but actually go with it and accept these flaws and try to work on them and improve relationships around her. And I thought it was, I was not expecting that, to be honest. I just wasn't.
No, I spot on. I agreed. And like I said, this movie gets off to, like I said, it's something of a slow start because it kind of lulls you into thinking it's going to be a different kind of a movie.
Yes.
Than it is.
But it's got depth to it you would not
yeah,
expect from the trailer.
Indeed. And not just from the lead character, really from all the characters.
Yes. Great acting.
Because it's one of those, you know, people have layers, onions have layers. They make you cry. But yeah, no, you know, yeah. Well, they do that too. But yeah,
the mother-daughter relationship, that moment between mom and daughter at the end, that little talk they were having. Oh, I mean, as a mother, I completely know where she's coming from. You know what I mean? And I just loved it. Right? I mean, despite what I thought was a rocky start, but that's intentional. It sets this character up so that you can see her in all her flaws and see this growth by the time this movie has ended. She's the same person at her core. She's got that same spunky personality and all this stuff, but she has changed dramatically. She has learned things about herself she never expected, things that she would have scoffed at before the events of this film. And yet she has learned to accept these things, to learn from them, to roll with it, and enjoy these, like I said, these little tiny moments in life. Yeah, just and that's what life is, actually. All these little moments, right?
Indeed.
I just thought that was, I thought it was lovely.
Yeah. This, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
It was sweet, and I didn't
because I'm trying not to give anything away. That's my main problem, because I want to go into certain things, and no, because I want people to experience this as we did. Yeah, and please go in blind.
Yeah,
I went into this movie blind. I hadn't seen the trailer. I knew
but you knew the synopsis. Did you know that Aubrey? Okay.
I knew that it was going to be this young girl who meets her older self. It was going to be Aubrey Plaza, and that's kind of really all I knew.
Okay.
But
so you had a little bit of an idea.
Yeah. What starts out looking like it's going to be this millennial sitcom,
unlikable main character,
unlikable, becomes this coming of age character drama with some humor in it. Yeah. And this movie takes such a turn that I got a nosebleed. And there's a scene that
In a good
I
way.
so much
Nosebleed
in a good way. Yeah, there's a scene that I so much want to discuss, but I can't because it'll give away the
Oh,
whole store.
yeah.
But you know, there.
I just feel like I just want people to go through this emotional journey. And
Mhm.
if we tell them things, they're going to be prepared. So it won't have the
Yeah,
same oomph to it.
no,
I know I'm so torn. We can talk about stuff off screen when it's over, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah, I'm going to
This.
I'm going to rate this a 4 out of 5.
Mm.
Might actually bump it up. And this might end up in my top 10.
And honestly, as of right now, it might end up in mine too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very much impressed with how the writers were able to pull this off.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when a character starts off unlike now she wasn't the worst ever character, you know, like she wasn't irredeemable, but just in the beginning, obviously the opening set up for how she is, it's like I don't like this chick and I got to spend an hour and a half with her. And that changed. And it was this gradual, it wasn't like, oh, all of a sudden I like her. It was this gradual, like you're taking this journey of self-exploration with her
Mm-hmm.
and learning things with her as she does. And so it was this very gradual shift in tone and feeling, like how I perceived her and how I felt connected with her as a
You know,
character. And by the end, I'm, you know, weeping right along with her.
yeah,
You know,
because
just
you have so many of the characters in these kind of movies, and I keep going back to Babes because this movie could have, in the wrong hands, could have been another Babes.
yeah, Babes, this did right what Babes failed to do right.
Yes, this is the right version of that film, and
Yep.
the characters in that movie don't even begin to reach likable until maybe the last few minutes of that film. This is
Right.
a movie where she starts out as one of those kind of characters, and then she gradually makes this change, and it becomes, like I said, it becomes this character study, really. And she is looking inward too and realizing, hey, I'm the one who's being the jerk here. You know?
Yeah, that's that. I
And
appreciated the heck out of that.
and
Yeah.
the point being, the characters in Babes don't really learn anything until the very, very last scene of the film.
Yes.
When they start to become human.
Yeah.
This is a character who is learning from the mistakes that she's made.
And she's not resisting it. And
No.
she's not arguing. When people are telling her some issues, she's not like screaming and yelling and flouncing off, and then she has to think about it a bit. She's like taking what they're saying, she's processing it, and she's okay, that's fair. You know, but she wasn't like a wallflower either. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't someone you could just like run over because she had this very feisty personality, but she just wasn't. She just ended up not being as abrasive and off-putting as I fully expected she was going to be. Hey, Enigma.
Hello,
Yeah,
Enigma.
Aubrey Plaza was great in here, Troy.
Yeah.
She was good.
She is, actually, yeah.
It's taken me a bit to warm to her, to be honest, as an actor, because I know she's got this very quirky little way her personality is, and to some people they think it's hilarious. And for the first few exposures I had to her, I'm like, I don't care for you too much. Like you're trying too hard to be so cool and quirky, and you're just kind of annoying. Like I didn't care too much for her at all in Operation Fortune. Didn't like her. And she was in Emily the Criminal, and I saw portions of that. Didn't like her in there either. Also, the story, the subject matter was not my thing, but I actually really liked her in here.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
they're all likable characters.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you like Chad,
Oh, Chad.
Chad,
He was such a
the
sweetheart, little
Chadster. Do
Chad.
you like uh um you like her? You like her friends?
Yeah, they had good chemistry.
Even though one of them is actually an actress who tends to grate on my nerves a little bit, but she was good.
Oh,
Um,
really? I guess I wouldn't know who that is.
Maddie Ziegler, not to be confused with Rachel Ziegler.
I don't know
There's
which
another
one.
Ziegler.
I don't know
Book of
which.
Henry, the
Oh, I never saw.
Ruthie.
I
Yeah,
never saw that.
yeah.
Is that the one that was in the forest with her when
yeah, with
she was having
the
the
rabbit.
Justin Bieber? Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The white girl or the black girl?
The white girl.
Oh, guess I don't know. I don't know if I've seen her in anything.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
she was a minor.
She's a minor character. She's good here. They're all good. Like I said, the brother is good. The younger one who's got the Saoirse Ronan crush. I thought that was
so funny.
That was sweet. He's making this whole
thing on the wall.
The collage on the wall.
As soon as they were talking
moved
about
out yet.
Yeah, he was ready, boy. He was ready for that room. As soon as they were talking about this Irish actress with a name that was hard to spell or something like that or pronounce, I'm like, oh, I know who they're talking about. Is that it? And it was. And then you see all those pictures. That was so funny.
And hello, Gorilla's Random Thoughts.
I was so annoyed, you guys. My internet. I get up in the morning. I'm gonna vent because I'm still annoyed by it. I get up in the morning. I get up in the morning, and like late 9 something, early 10 in the morning, it goes out. And I was like, okay. I reset the modem, reset the router, and then I got a text. There's service outage in your area. It'll come back on at 2:30. We estimate it'll come back on at 2:30. Well, 2:30 comes and goes, and then it's like 4:30, and then they're saying 5:30. And then they said 7:30. And I'm at the movie theater at that point, and then I get a notification at the movie theater 9:30. And I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And I get home and it doesn't come back on, and then they're like 10. And I'm like, "Okay, I'm starting to give up hope." And then they say, "We'll give you an update at midnight." At midnight they give an update. It's still out, and they say, "Oh, we're not able to make the 10 p.m. restoration promise." No duh, 2 hours later. Yeah, no duh you're not, because it's still freaking out. So it doesn't come on till like 1:30 something in the morning. I'd already given up all hope. Get up this morning, working, it's on, it's working good. I lost a full day at work, y'all. I'm still very annoyed by that. And it goes out again today. I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're saying 5:30. I'm like, oh my gosh. No. I was just, but it's back on now. There was something major that had happened. No storms, no nothing. It was nothing with my equipment. There was just some weird outage. Something had happened with the node and the something or other. But yeah, I was so pissed about that, you guys, because I was looking forward to this watch party. You have no idea. Because it was Terminator and I couldn't join. So yeah, I'm going to be mad about that until y'all have another watch party and invite me to see the Terminator again. Even though I can watch Terminator anytime, it's still fun to watch it with people.
Oh, absolutely.
So I was ready, to talk about all sorts of trivia and backstory and this and this and this, and nope, couldn't do any of that. Yeah.
Enigma says, I've been a big Karen Gillan fan, so I'm happy this sounds like a positive review. It is.
Is
Karen Gillan is not in the film.
Okay, I was like,
no.
I was like, is there another Karen Gillan I don't know about? Yeah. No, she's not. This is not. She's not in here.
She is not in the film. She probably would have been the alternate choice. She would have been like a good alternate choice as the grown-up Elliott, I think. But
okay.
Yeah. Not in the film though.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
had to
sure
make
what.
do with that deleted guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
and deleted. He
Yeah.
he kept writing me on Twitter. He's like, "We're at the intermission." I'm like, "It's still out. Sorry." And then you sent me something else, and you said, "We're at the part where I can't remember what was getting ready to happen." You sent me a message, and I'm like,
Mhm.
you're just like lording it over me because I can't come in. I can't. I know that wasn't your intention. Your intention
No,
was
no.
to fill me in case I was ready to hop in.
Mhm.
But as like it was just like torture because they're at this part and I can't watch it with them.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I stopped with that after a while, because I thought, well, this might
Oh,
come off looking like being,
oh no. I knew
yeah.
completely where you were coming from, but as
Mhm.
someone who couldn't do it, I was very frustrated and aggravated because I was just missing out
Yeah.
because I'd been looking forward to it. But I hope y'all had fun. I got a lot of views on mine, even though I wasn't on it.
Cool. Well, there's actually, and hello to That's Life,
But not as we know it.
but as we know it, new face. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the show. Well, that happened to me once, actually. I was doing an action theater with Bill, and we were going to do Nobody,
Oh, good movie.
and
Good movie.
agreed. But I had to stay late at work, so
Mm.
by the time I got home, the show was over. So
Oh.
the views that I got for that show are a complete sham because I am not in it
Right.
anywhere.
Like, these are high numbers on this one I wasn't on last night. That's
Yeah,
telling me something. I think that's telling me something. Maybe it does better if I'm not around.
keeps up
That's
like
funny.
this. I will just do a blank screen for a whole hour, to see how that works.
Oh my goodness.
Says, well, eventually you would only have to deal with trust you on internet. We'll have
Does
Skynet.
it I wanna tell you guys a bit of trivia, okay, about the Terminator, though,
Go for
because
it.
you mentioned Skynet. So,
Mhm.
and maybe you guys already know about this, but at the very end, there's a very small portion that they cut off at the end of the theatrical Terminator.
Mhm.
And Troy and Deleted, let me know if you already know this so that I don't feel like I'm letting you know something so cool. But they had initially had the camera pan up and show the name of the factory, where they had ended up in that final battle in the first movie.
Mhm. Yeah,
Do you know this trivia?
I do. Yeah,
Oh, it's so cool, isn't it? Isn't it
yeah, it
cool?
is.
It's Cyberdyne.
Yeah.
I was like, they should have kept that in there. They totally should have kept that in there.
They sort
But
of
it's because it's like it brings everything full circle. It's just fantastic. I love
right,
it.
and you have the two
So
guys. So like you took that, you hit the hand, right? You've got the chip. Yeah, I
yeah,
got the chip.
because then it makes sense.
We're not
Because
going to
then
show the
it's like,
cops.
oh
Yeah,
wow, it's come full. Oh, so yeah,
yeah.
you
Loki,
did.
Loki did bring it up in the stream
I mean,
today.
isn't that
Yeah.
the coolest? I just like, why didn't you keep that in there? I do agree that some parts that they cut out were good, like the parts with the cops. Um, when they're running away from the police station or trying to get out of the police station and they come across the one cop played by Paul Winfield
Hmm.
or Field or whatever, and he's dying and he says something about like basically he's had his revelation, yes, she's the one, you must save her. And I was like, no, that's cheesy. I'm glad they didn't put that in there. That didn't. Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
I know, but the fact that now they've had a second one. And if they'd kept that in there though, that would have been I think it still would have been good, but you know what? I don't think they ever even said did they even say the name Cyberdyne? Yeah, they did. Cyberdyne Systems Model 101, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would have been cool if they'd kept it in there. Even if there had been no other films, because you would have been like, "Oh, wow, so this is kind of how they somehow they got the technology and that's how they were able to make the Terminator." Like, it's just cool. I love it.
Says confused this movie with Late Bloomers. Karen Gillan is in that. It was on my list.
Okay. Haven't
Yeah,
seen that one.
unfortunately.
Yeah, my old ass is funny.
Cheeky.
Just the title of it,
Mhm.
and then how she refers to herself as her young ass, the younger version of herself. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, if you can see this, I do highly recommend it. You will, by the time you're done with the film, you will know exactly what we mean when we're referring to the messaging that we appreciate in here,
Yeah.
especially
Because
given,
it actually does have something profound to say.
yeah, agreed. Yeah, I'm happy. This makes me happy. Hey, Sashi, how you doing? One
Oh,
point I was saying
Sashi
to
is here. Hi, our man from the future, Sashi. Good to see you, sir. Excuse me. I was saying some, almost said yo-yo dying rather than cyberdyne.
Yoda.
Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah.
Mm, that was another film I
Yo-yo
remember.
dying propulsion systems. Yeah. Hey, Booty, where's my thruster? All right. Anyway.
So yeah, that's I don't have much more to say about my
Yeah,
old ass
because
without
without going into spoilers, which we do not want to do.
not this time around. Sorry, y'all.
Best thing to say would be go into this movie as blind as possible. Do not see trailers. To get your internet breakfast storage, you use carbonated water. No.
Yeah, if you watch, I mean, trailers don't necessarily give away too much. It just basically does let you know the synopsis, but and it sort of hints that there's some profound stuff in here. But the trailer was definitely not enough to convince me that I wanted to see it because I decided did not want to see it. So we've kind of given you the brief overview.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, folks, go see this one. Support it.
Yes,
Thumbs up.
please. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So as it turns out, we are in agreement again. So which was good. We were in agreement that it was a good movie and
Yeah. Yeah. I
not
had
a
a feeling you
slog.
probably what you mentioned on Twitter let me know that you probably appreciated it very similarly to how I did. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it ended up being yeah, we both pretty much yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely support this one.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
one of the bigger surprises of the year for how much I did like it. So
Yep. Now
I
I'm going to
I
leave
don't
reviews for it on Criticlist and Letterboxd. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
don't know. I don't know if this is going to end up on my top 10 at the end of the year or not, but it's definitely a candidate. If it's not on it, it's going to be damn close.
Honorable mentions or something like that. Yeah, just for
Yeah.
the emotional, oh my gosh, the emotional toil,
Yeah.
the emotional toll it took. In all sorts of good ways though. I mean, I don't want us saying that to make you think it's just this big Debbie Downer of a film. It's not.
No.
But it's got some serious and touching and very sweet things to say.
Yeah.
So, yep.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps this one up. Sen, what do you have coming up? Assuming
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
right? I had a business meeting today. I was not sure I was going to be able to attend because of stupid internet. But if all holds, if all holds steady, I've got a live stream of Sound Booth Theater tomorrow at 8, where we'll be talking about those movies I mentioned on Sunday. That anime movie, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Part 1. My Conquest is the Sea of Stars. That's a long ass title. And then Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Eastern Promises. Those are the 3 we're going to discuss. We're hoping to have Paulie from Latino Slant on. Hopefully he can join us. And Thursday I'm going to be on Off the Cover at 7. And then Friday, I'm at noon. I'm going to be on Anthony A. Perez's channel talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So that's what I've got coming up this week as far as like live streams and things. Probably my next movie review. I don't know when that's going to go up, but it'll probably be for Transformers 1, perhaps. Or maybe for this one as well. I like it enough. I feel like potentially doing a standalone review as well. Yeah. I tell you, I'm still recovering from, the Dragon Con experience. So, yeah, still kind of wiped out from that whole thing. But yeah, I like being on live streams. I like doing it. It just I'm very happy to have my Google Calendar, because if it weren't for that, I would be lost.
All right. As for me, in about 45 minutes, I am going to be joined by Troy Pacelli, Netters Network and Aged Boomer, for tonight's episode of Live from Sparkwood and 21, our Twin Peaks retrospective series, and we are going to be watching episode 11 of Twin Peaks: The Return, the third season that ran on Showtime. And,
the more recent one?
Yes, from 2017. And lots of surprises, lots of cameos. I understand this is a big Jim Belushi themed episode where he plays like a Las Vegas mob boss who figures into the plot. And yeah, and he's actually really damn good in it. You can tell he's having a blast. Yeah, they're very interesting. Even for Twin Peaks fans, because it kind of goes into some interesting directions. Anyway, I'll be talking all about that in about 45 minutes on the show. We're going to be watching episode 11. Let's see. No action theater this week. Bill and I are going to push that back a week because he has some things to take care of behind the scenes. So the Thunderbolt episode originally intended for this week is going to be next week. And let's see. But Thursday night at 11:30, of course, right after Thursday things, will be the weekend update. My chance to touch base with my subscribers and channel members and let them know what's coming up for the channel. Friday, as I said earlier, I'm going to be joining Big Al Presents along with Bill for a special Friday the 13th Films with Friends, and we're going to be watching part 2. Baghead Alien. I almost said Alien. Why did I say Alien? Jason. I still got that fucking Romulus movie on my brain. Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Hey, that's all I remember from that film. Do not put expository dialogue into the mouth of a person who cannot speak, please. So
reminds me of that scene in Deadpool and Wolverine when Gambit was talking and Deadpool was like, "I'm sorry, who is your dialect coach? I feel like we are missing some serious exposition here, some crucial or critical exposition." It's kind of funny.
That little tradition has become a homey type hangout. It says, yeah, this is to me, this is the Big Jim episode, but his character's with us to the end, really. Well, okay, that's good to know. He makes it a few more episodes at least.
Spoiler.
Because, well, yeah, well, is it? It's Twin Peaks. Dead does not necessarily mean you're not going to show up again.
Okay.
It gets a little timey-wimey, let's say.
Yeah.
But to the point that where I actually do believe a couple of the characters are Time Lords. But anyway. Anywho, so yeah, live from Sparkwood and 21 later on tonight at 8:30. Films with Friends Friday. So join me there. All right. Sen, any last words before we wrap it up?
No, I can't think of anything. Go watch my old ass if you can. Not mine, the movies.
The movies. Hell, you're going to find out that dead may not even mean dead. No one, like I said, no one is ever truly gone in Twin Peaks. Oh my God, right the room.
I went to see that this past Sunday with Arturo. That's been my 5th time now. It's
Wow.
it's right on up there with Top Gun Maverick as far as how many times I've gone to see a film on the big screen. And before that, it was Halloween 2018. So I think I know what my number one's going to be this year. Go watch. No, don't.
Don't tease me, sir.
Oh my.
I couldn't possibly. YouTube won't allow it. I insist. Ask me again, right? Again, because sorry. My Ed mode impression. All right. What? Why? All right. Okay. We did that last night. Okay. All right. Let's talk about ducks. They're harmless creatures. Why would anyone harm them?
Or cats.
I don't know. Yeah. What's up with that?
Oh, I tell you.
Why does this... Earth, why do you do this to your mother and I? It's not right.
Oh my.
All right, I would like to thank everyone who joined us here live in the chat on both my channel and on Sins, and everyone who joined us on Twitter. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe. Go see this damn movie because it's actually really good. Because this is how we win.